Who are the worst or the most hostile fans you ever played in front of?
Most hostile fans. Well, now that you mentioned Auburn, when you have gotten sacked that many times and it's the fourth quarter and you're just like,
it's pretty hostile.
It's the whole student section's chanting your name. It gets pretty hostile. But probably my I guess freshman year, I just started playing a good bit, and we were going into LSU.
LSU, I knew you.
And when you come into LSU, they make you drive all the way around the stadium. You could very easily just take a left and go into. But they want to make sure you drive all the way around.
So everybody can boo you.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody knows stories about the little kids yelling at you, screaming at you, doing whatever. The parents just absolutely out of their minds. Well, we're pulling down. They got these big oak trees hanging over the road, and I just happened to look up, and I look down through the bus, and I see a dummy hanging from a noose, and it's got a number 12 jersey on it. Well, versus checking up, our bus driver just hits it. It just bounces down the side of the bus all the way down. I'm sitting there going, man, these folks are real. But yeah, that was probably one of the more interesting things I'd seen.
Well, I figured you was going to say LSU. When I was a kid, my family, we were centered around Alabama football, and we went to Baton Rouge, and I was about 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old, 7, something like that. But we beat the tar out of them, and we were leaving, and they're cooking, they're dancing, they're playing music, throwing beads. And I said, Daddy, I thought we won. He said, these people are nuts. So I've always kind of liked LSU. Because of that. They're just good fans. Not so much nowadays. I don't think they like Alabama people quite like they used to.
Yeah.
But I love to play them.
Yeah.
Well, this week in the news, Les Miles and the athletic director are blasting Alabama.
Because they think they've got the toughest schedule. Yeah.
They had this week they came out with, and I agree with Saban on this, they were trying to vote on whether to have a 9-game SEC schedule or an 8-game SEC schedule, and Saban and Malzahn and several of them were wanting to keep an 8-game SEC schedule and keep their 2 cross-conference games. And they went with that, the 8-game schedule, and keep your 2, one a big rivalry game, which would be Alabama, Tennessee, LSU, Florida, right. Auburn, Georgia. And LSU's athletic director blasted them because I don't know if they're tired of playing Florida or what it was, but he said Alabama has the easy when they play Tennessee every year.
But
I can't remember what his other comment was.
Tennessee's not as bad.
Back when I was playing,
Tennessee
was in top 10 every single year,
and they'll be back.
It's just been
they
since
will. They will
Kiffin
be
was
back,
there, and they went downhill after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I think Butch Jones is on the right track. Whether he gets them there or not, I don't know.
Willie's getting them fired up now because he said yesterday that he thinks the Alabama-Tennessee game is the biggest rivalry in the SEC. And I think of it as Auburn, but as far back, when I was a kid, Auburn wasn't anybody. And that's the way my dad kind of told me. So Tennessee was the big team we would play. So I think they're still going from the old days. And it's just here recently that Auburn's became somebody, So
yeah,
let's get it going, Rob.
Okay, whatever.
And Rob moves on to the next subject.
I think they won. They won an SEC championship win in the 80s.
Who, Tennessee?
Auburn. What are you talking about? Tennessee won a national championship in the, 99?
I think so.
T. Martin.
T. Martin.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It's hard to believe they couldn't do that with Peyton Manning.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite college or pro moment?
Favorite
Football.
college or pro moment? I'll tell you a fun game, man, was Florida game my senior year. I think we were ranked maybe 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. Florida was coming in number 3, and they were mighty proud of their ranking and excited about where they were and where they were going.
This is when y'all wore them out.
And
yes.
It was just one of those days that anything we did was the right call, was the right play. People just made great plays all day. And we just wore them out. And to this day, it's the loudest I've ever heard that stadium. it was, and at that point we were renovating and we were actually missing some seats.
Wasn't it like
so
35 to 3 or something? I mean,
somewhere in there. I think it might have been 31 to 3.
Okay,
and,
I knew it was a thrashing.
There was only 80,000 people in there, but I'm telling you, it was just the perfect storm. And everybody was waiting on that moment because we hadn't had one of those moments in a while. We hadn't had one of those big games where we just wore somebody out. And it was a fun game to play in.
Let me ask you this now. Was that the day Tyrone got hurt?
It was.
That's what I thought that was.
Yep.
And I know they gave Shula a hard time about having him in there, but that's football.
It is football.
I mean, that's football.
And
Tyrone wanted to be in there.
Absolutely. And, I mean, at that point in time, I think it was 28 to 3, and it was the start of the fourth quarter. And we scored one more touchdown. We put them away, and it's over at that point in time. So, you can always second-guess injury. I know people second-guessed him when tore my ACL my junior year when we were winning 40-something to nothing at halftime versus Western Carolina. And my mom always tells people, she's like, y'all can't blame that man at all.
No.
She goes, for one,
it's genetic.
She goes, yeah. She goes, one, it's genetic. She goes, but two, y'all ain't never been around my son.
You wanted to be.
He is the most persistent human being on the face of this earth. She goes, I have no doubt in my mind he was in there at halftime going, man, just give us one more series. Just give us one more series. Don't take us out. And that's exactly what was happening. Well, we were just, man, just let us have one more and we'll go down and finish on a good drive. And, freak things happen. And that just happened to be one of them. And it just happened to be in that situation. And who's to say it wouldn't have happened at another time.
We're coming up on our break. We will be back with Brodie in just a minute.
Hello, I'm Robert McKay, Mayor of Asheville, Alabama, and candidate for House Seat 30, covering North St. Clair and Southern Etowah County. I would love to represent you in this district. I'm a pro-business, and I believe in small government and less taxes. I can relate to all the people. I am a small business owner, drive a bus for the St. Clair school system, and can relate to all the working men and women in this district. I'm a strong believer in education. Educated people will enrich our economy. I ask for your support in the June 3rd Republican primary. Please visit my Facebook page at robertmckay.33449 for more information. This is a paid political advertisement by friends of Robert McKay. Thank you.